Welcome to the build guide for UrAc the Scribe from BrokenToad, Blacksun Miniatures and the Jim Henson Company. Once you've washed and cleaned your miniature, what we'll do is we'll start by taking off some of the little extra resin gates that are on some of the pieces, such as the head here. So, as always, if you're using a scalpel, be very, very careful. And if you are younger, please seek adult supervision. So we'll just clean off the head. There's a little gate at the top, which we'll just remove. And scrape away the mould line at the back, which you won't see, but we don't want it to make the head fit in correctly. It should just gently click into place. Next, there's a little tiny extra piece of resin at the bottom of the staff. So we'll just clean that away. And also on the smaller of the hands, which holds I would assume a stick or piece of chalk or something. So just clean away the gate from the locating peg. Make sure you keep the locating peg where it is, because that enables it to fit into the body. Now this next piece is the elbow covered in a cloak, so it might not be very obvious as to where it goes to start with. But now you can see. We'll just clean off that little extra piece there. And then we'll give it another test fit. It can only fit one way, so just make sure you get it the right way up, and that fits nicely into place. Next is the main hand. And again, you want to chop off a tiny extra piece from the top, so that resin locating peg is square. And that fits in there. And the staff goes through the middle. Now, one thing to note with the staff is that you have to insert it into the hand before you glue the top on. But we will get to that later. We'll just clean off any excess from this top piece of the staff. That fits on like that. So now we'll come to the tail section. There isn't a lot to clean off on this one, if anything at all. If there is a mould line, just give it a quick rub down with some sandpaper. Now there are two ways of fitting the tail and the body. You can either put the tail onto UrAc, put his feet in place, and then that will just snap into position like so, or you can glue the tail onto the tail section on the base, which I'll show you in a second. So a bit of super glue on there, attach the tail, a bit more super glue on the feet and the larger end of the tail, and then again we'll need a bit of a wiggle and a bit of a push, but that will snap into place. There we go. So that's UrAc onto his big stone base. So now we'll glue the head in. Just a little bit of super glue, don't want too much. And just give it a good push to make sure it's located properly. We'll fit the elbow, so a bit of super glue on the flat section at the back and the indents where they fit over his detail on the torso. and then the small secondary hand. Which fits facing downwards, like so. Now to the staff. So don't glue anything in place just yet. Pop the thin end of the staff through the hand and then pop the top on. Because if you don't do this, you won't be able to get the staff through the hand if you've already glued the top on. So we need to keep it loose for the moment, and then we glue the hand onto the rest of the body. So just give it a quick test fit. Make sure you're happy with how you want to pose things, and then we'll start gluing. So that's the hand glued in place. And now what you'll need to do is you'll need to move the bottom of the staff out of the way, pop a bit of glue where you want the bottom of the staff to go, and then move everything back into place. So then finally, just for ease of painting, we want to secure the staff a little bit more. So pop a bit of super glue onto a piece of card or piece of plastic. Get yourself a cocktail stick, just dip it in, and then we'll run some super glue where the staff meets the hand. So we've got 2 points of connection for the staff, and that'll be a lot stronger. And just scrape any excess away. Please don't rub with your fingers unless you're wearing gloves. There we go, that is UrAc the Scribe, all done. Thank you ever so much for watching this build guide from BrokenToad, Blacksun Miniatures and the Jim Henson Company. Thanks again, bye bye.